check me out. The Apple engineers went to the drawing board to build a better mask. Apple actually designed their very own mask for their employees in store to wear. They've actually got a couple different versions, but this is kind of the standard. This is what most employees will be wearing. It's what most employees of Apple will have. We've got some iPhone 12 later case news coming at the end of this video, so stick around for that. Willie Doo pulled it off, plus some viewers of the Lou Later show downstairs that got in touch with him, so shout out to them anonymously. This in front of me is the official Apple mask. This is the reusable face mask in medium large. For more information, please visit welcomeforward.apple.com. What was crazy to me is on the packaging, which is all very Apple-esque, as you can tell, we have what looks like a serial number, definitely an item number, and a lot number and production date. So just like everything else Apple, tremendously detailed stuff over here, and an unboxing experience that looks like it's kind of beyond what you would expect for a reusable face mask. Oh, even on the back, designed by Apple in California, assembled in China. You got to get that in there on every single Apple product. This has to be one of the most unusual Apple unboxing videos I've ever done. So we pop into it, and first thing we see is a little attachment, a little adapter actually to hold the mask on at the back of the head. You don't see this on your typical cheap mask. I actually have some of those here as well for comparison. This little piece, how does that come out of there? So there's two of these little guys, and this is gonna go on the back side of the mask to hold it on more securely than, I suppose, just using your ears, or do you even use your ears at all? This is the packaging for the mask. Now, each one of these boxes, which an employee would receive, would actually include what looks like 5 of these masks, and they are not one-time use. In fact, there's some rules around how frequently these would be used for an Apple employee. Each mask is capable of being worn 5 times for up to 8 hours each time. So it's supposed to be washed once every 8 hours. If you're a part-time Apple employee, you wouldn't have to wash it every single shift. If you were a full-time Apple employee, you would wash it after every single shift. 5 times would be the maximum for usage. So it is disposable. It's reusable and disposable. It's reusable to a point, and I guess that just makes sure that the quality is still there, that the functionality is still there without breaking down if you go ahead and wash it more than that. There's a little line here. I see, look. Of course, Apple packaging here. Apple claims, and I read this on the original report, that they believe this is a superior mask for daily wear compared to the cheapo kind of surgical mask. And it definitely, I mean, it looks cool, that's for sure. So it has what looks to be an option here. I believe I could just hook this around my ears, and then I could hook this piece at the back side. Let's see. This part folds up. This part folds down. Oh, wow. All right, let me try this out here. And this is gonna go around the ears, and I guess there's a pinch point here. Ooh, okay. So, as you can tell, I mean, that's a different fit than what you get out of a typical surgical mask. It's much more structured, in fact. So I'm going to pull one of these out for comparison real quick. So you can see this is just a relatively flimsy sheet, whereas this one has, well, it has 3 pieces to it. There's the center piece here, and then there's a piece that reaches under my chin. Of course, the beard is not ideal, but it reaches under the chin, and then a separate piece which comes up and extends over the nose, and then you have this pinch point at the top here. It feels very secure. As far as breathing is concerned, I'd say it's fairly comparable to this, but I definitely feel more sealed off than a standard surgical mask. Now, of course, you can also take this piece here and hook it onto the back side of this loop. The strap is actually quite elastic. These ear pieces, unlike these, which are, well, they're elastic too, but sometimes you're a little concerned about the connection point here, that it could rip off. I've yanked at a few of these, and then this pops off. This feels like it can deal with more tension if you really want to pull it tight, and that's sort of what I have there now. That's like it's like wearing a hat or something. It feels, it's not going anywhere. It's on there. It certainly gives you a far more secure fit on the mask. So this is what every Apple employee is going to be wearing. It's what they're going to have. So yeah, I mean, it does seem like an improved mask. It's kind of cool to see a design team look at a product that's not typical for them. Obviously, Apple is more likely to be looking at phone designs and other gadgets and electronics that you may perceive as being more complex, but it is interesting to see Apple's take on the typical disposable, although semi-reusable mask when you compare it to the standard, which we see absolutely everywhere. Now, if I go ahead and just put this unit on, so now I'm getting way more air into this one compared to the Apple, and even if you listen to me talking, it's far less muffled. I think this thing is much more serious. And look, it even sort of maintains its structure once you've taken it off. I can actually breathe a little bit easier in this one, but it's likely because it's not making a tight seal here. Part of that is my beard, but it's also the fit of the mask is just nowhere near as tight as the official Apple mask. So have they improved it? I would say so. I say that this thing is an improvement over this. However, if you were to purchase this, if Apple was to sell this, you would have to assume it would be far more expensive than this. 20 bucks for like 50 of these. Apple would have to sell that one for more, presumably, if they did sell it. It's a filter. It's definitely a filter, and it's thicker. And you know, people out there, they've posted tests of attempting to blow through different mask material to like blow out a lighter or a candle or something. This one, I mean, and it's just based on my initial exposure here, but this one, nothing. There's zero air getting through that. So they don't really share exactly what the capability of this filter is, like in 3M terms, N95 or something like that. But based on my impression here, this is a pretty substantial filter. All right, so the last piece we want to take a look at over here is the clear mask, which is the other option for Apple employees. And of course, theirs wouldn't ship like this. This is from the company directly supplying Apple. It's a totally different thing altogether. Apparently it's anti-fog, fluid resistant, improved comfort and breathability. Now this is a much different approach than the style that comes from over the head and wraps around, which leaves a lot of gap under your chin. This one aims to actually seal a little bit under the chin there. Is what we're doing? Have I got this correct right now? These things are wild. That's futuristic looking. So I could tighten this up to improve this seal around the bottom, and that actually does a pretty good job of that. I'm probably more partial to this style of mask. You can feel the moisture inside of here, but these things are important, at least in the sense of, no, I feel like my voice is muffled quite a bit in this, but the voice being muffled is not a big deal, or I should say it's a trade-off, because the importance of these masks is for communication and interaction with people who rely on lip reading. This isn't going to help you. If every employee in the store is wearing this one, there's no lips available for communication for those that require it, and this is going to allow for that. So presumably there will be some mix of these styles of masks inside of the Apple Store. I don't know if it's an option for each employee to choose, or if some are designated to wear this style and others this style, but these apparently are the two masks that are going to be popping up that you're going to see in the Apple Store. They will be the official Apple masks. So what can I say? Is it an improved design? Yeah, I think so. I don't know how feasible it is at scale. If some other company wanted to go out and attempt to bring this a similar design to this to the market to sell to people in giant boxes, I don't know how feasible that is, but this is, for me, this is an improvement. Oh, I don't have glasses here, but Will just told me the other advantage here is that it will not fog up glasses if you're wearing glasses because of the tight seal here in the construction. I have sunglasses, okay, fine. I guess that would work. Check me out. I can still fog these up. Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Maybe I gotta go tighter? Let's see.
That's what they say.
Hold up, I can go tighter. Fixed. Yep, if you do the nose seal nice and tight, you can stop some of the fog from coming up. So anyway, there it is. It's the official Apple mask. Never thought I'd see the day, but it just seems to be the way it is in 2020. And as I mentioned, the most interesting part for me is the idea of a company at the scale of Apple with the design team that Apple has to just see their different approach to a product that's ubiquitous. We see it all the time. We see it everywhere. And they just take a look at it and say, hey, we think we can do something different. We think we can do something better for our employees. And they quickly whip something like this up. I think that's pretty cool. It's been a long time since you had to go here.
Yeah.
All right, Will, big news today. Well, actually, first, before we get to your news, I just want to cover some new developments with Later Case. We actually have the cases for the upcoming iPhone 12. They are on the site. They're available for pre-order. How wild is that? I want to get your impression real quick on the little iPhone. That's going to be the 5.4-inch iPhone 12.
So this is it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Yeah, I've always liked the industrial design, the sharper corners.
Flat edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all going to have that, but this one is just so tiny.
Yeah, I don't mind working with this.
You can get behind it.
Yeah.
So as you guys can see on these cases, we have the new design showcased for the upcoming iPhone 12 with the flat edge, with the coverage on the camera. For these, we went with the Cyber Edition coverage near the camera. And as mentioned, these are available already on the Later Case website, so you can be first in line if you're planning on picking up one of the next gen iPhones. Get it protected with something, well, pretty much as slim as you can do right now on the market. So that's announcement number one. Announcement number two has more to do with Will. And Will, you got some explaining to do. What is this right here?
Well, this is my name.
Willy Blue?
Yeah.
Willy Blue, limited edition, strictly limited. Crazy we put this together. I love this color blue. It's the first time we did any color with Later Case in collaboration with Willy Do. Actually, I should say right now, Will stands to gain a portion of proceeds of every case sold goes directly to Will Do's bank account.
Me. Okay. Yeah, that's great. That's cool.
Don't let him down on this. After all the years he's been doing this for you, this is his, you gotta get behind the man. And you're not gonna regret it, because check out this blue right here. Once again, 100% DuPont Kevlar. Check out this blue right here. Can you get behind a blue like that?
Nice. It's very subtle.
Limited edition packaging. And you know what the thing is here, Will? There's a rumor that upcoming iPhone is gonna have a midnight blue color. They did midnight green the last time around. There's a rumor iPhone 12 will have a deep, like a dark midnight blue. You can get ahead of it right now. This is in stock. They can order this. This ships right now. Willy Blue color, and you can get it in a number of popular devices. Look at this.
Look at that.
You could take your current generation iPhone and have the midnight blue before anybody else even has the midnight blue.
And then they can mix and match with the iPhone.
That's right. Check this out, man. Midnight blue across the thing. You can see the beautiful texture over here. It's a new type of texture. I think people are really gonna like this. Of course, portion of proceeds goes to Willy Do himself. It is the Willy Blue limited edition. It's across all SKUs on the Later Case website. But like I said, not a lot of quantities. So if you want to pick up, this is a one-time deal.
Yeah. This is great.
You're going down in history, man. Someone's gonna put this on the shelf. Don't throw out the packaging. It may never happen again. Willy Blue Later Case. Check it out.
I do like the color. It's very enigmatic, I guess.
Good thing
very
Kirk's
cool.
still rolling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's subtle. It's not like a in-your-face blue. If you compare it to the black, you can see it's a subtle difference. But it's not like a huge commitment like some kind of sky blue or something.
Yeah.
It's gonna look good over time.
And the weave is more subtle too.
Yes,
It's
got a more dense weave. And if you have black components on the phone, the black kind of it mixes nicely with the dark blue.
Yeah.
So
Cool. Yeah, I like it. I really do.
really do.